Hey guys, it's me, Taylor Namahoe. Life is great in the Palouse, and I am very grateful for living in a small town and walking every week to go to my favorite coffee shop and having a PSO. And sometimes, maybe not all the time, playing with my guitar because I am in college and my life is crazy. So the song that I'm going to be analyzing is Stop Sign by Ben Bateman. This is a pop song I'm going to be analyzing. It just came out a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to analyze his melody based on the 5 traits of a good melody. If you don't know what the 5 traits of a good melody are, I could just briefly explain what they are. The first one is mostly conjunct motion or mostly stepwise motion, where the notes usually move steps up or they move steps down. And this should make sense to you if you know what a whole step or a half step is. The second one is distinctive leaps. Leaps are skips that are higher than a typical step. It could be a third, it could be a fourth, it could be a fifth, a diminished seventh, whatever you call it. The biggest one would be an octave. The third one is interesting rhythms. An interesting rhythm is not something where you use common time all the time and all you do is just use quarter notes like ta, 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 ta. That would be super boring. You need a little spice to it. Then the fourth is internal coherence. Good musicians usually recycle their ideas when they're writing songs. Last but not least, you have the climaxes. So climaxes, they usually happen towards the end of a song. It doesn't always have to be there. It could occur in the middle. It could be in the beginning. They could be super dramatic. They could be ones that stir up emotions like pathos. You have a good melody if you have at least one climax. Since this is a pop song and it was released in 2022, I will be excluding scale, degree, of functionality. We're not talking about common practice ideal music, which was from the 1600s to the 1900s. Without further ado, here is the one and only Ben the Boss Bateman. I love this video so much.
It's so quiet, I can hear the tears form on my face. The reflections in the moonlight, sincere and pure, they fall into place. I've been having dreams of memories that we had, been convincing me I was never enough. But if it's true love we're all looking for, then we can be fairly sure that dreams only get you so far. Been staring at a stop sign.
That's the chorus.
Only got one headlight, and the only road I know is reverse. And baby, we can still try making it through tonight, but I know that down that road you'll get hurt. So I'm thinking about tomorrow and living for today. So where you go I cannot follow. It's time to walk away. Been staring at a stop sign, facing the truth.
Okay, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. One thing that I'm going to say first before I actually dive into the melody itself is I am a huge fan of the lyric video. I mean, it's not just your typical lyric video knows, so it's like, oh, I want the lyrics to While My Guitar Gently Weeps by George Harrison, and they just have like just a simple little blue background and you got some calligraphy with the lyric. There's just not much flavor to it. This lyric video, on the other hand, has a lot of flavor to it. It just feels like a music video to me. The cinematography right here is just perfection, because it's like, oh, he's driving in the street and everything. Anyway, this song is mostly stepwise. It does begin with a distinctive leap. So the beginning of the song would be G sharp and E. So that would be a third. It definitely has some stepwise motion. It like goes up and it goes down. It's a singable melody. In terms of rhythm, I could probably tell it's in common time. So it'd be like I've been having dreams of memories that we had. Da 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 da. I could tell it's in common time and the quarter note gets the beat. We got the dynamic is piano at first, but then once you get to the chorus, I believe the dynamic would be like mezzo piano, something like that. It does have an interesting rhythm to it, but it's not as crazy as something that you would hear in a J.S. Bach piece. Pop music doesn't really have the most complex rhythms. Internal coherence. I could definitely tell there's some internal coherence in the pre-chorus. And the chorus, you have something like, I've been having dreams of memories that we had. But then in the chorus, it'd be like, been staring at a stop sign, going headlight. In the chorus, he recycled an idea from the pre-chorus. The pitches are different, so it's not completely coherent, they just sound similar. Anyway, I'm gonna keep watching this.
Today
this is repeated again.
Saw you, a drink in your hand, and we spoke like we were strangers, or worse, like we had never been friends. I've been having dreams of memories that we had.
It's getting louder.
Convincing me I was never enough. But if it's true love we're all looking for, then we can be fairly sure the dreams only get you so far. And staring at a stop sign, only got one headlight, and the only road I know is reverse. And baby, we can still try making it through tonight, but I know that down that road you'll get hurt. And so I'm thinking about tomorrow, you're living for today. So here you go, I cannot follow, and it's time to walk away. Been staring at a stop sign, facing the truth.
Okay, so there you go. You could see that the verses are being repeated again and the choruses are repeated again. I think that's the most common example of internal coherence in pop music. You could tell that it's getting louder and more dramatic once he gets to the pre-chorus again. There is a climax. It's in the chorus. And the climax in the chorus is that high B. This is another song where it's kind of about breaking up with someone. In the beginning of the song, it does talk about tears forming in his face and the reflections in the moonlight are reflecting his tears. So we could tell that he's really sad about something. What I'm trying to say is when he hits the high B, he sings, "Where you go, I cannot follow." I feel like those words make it so dramatic. So the first time he sings the chorus, he hits the high B and sings, "Where you go, I cannot follow." It sounds melancholic, but then when he does it the second time and the last time, he sounds more emotional, like more pathos is being stirred up. So now I'm going to finish this up.
I wish that I could tell you everything about
He's back low again.
I love even if it's the last time. 'Cause baby, you can break through. There's another road to a new day that was born from tonight. A new day that was born from tonight. A new day that was born from tonight. And staring at a stop sign, only got one headlight, and the holy road.
Oh my gosh.
And maybe we can still try making it through tonight, but I know that down that road you'll get hurt. And so I'm thinking about tomorrow and living for today. So where you go, I cannot follow, and it's time to walk away. Been staring at a stop sign, facing the truth. Been staring at a stop sign, facing the truth. I'm sitting at a stop sign, looking at you.
That was so good. Well, I know that already. I've listened to this song so many dang times. I'm a huge fan of the bridge. We see that it goes back into the lower register again. It's still dramatic because it still sounds melancholic, even though he's in the lower register now, because it says something like, I wish that I could tell you everything about you. I love you even if it's the last time, because baby, we could break through, etc., etc. Then all of a sudden, we have this like big burst, and I'm a huge fan of the beats right there in the bridge. I can imagine my brother making something like this because he is a music producer and he does make computer music, but I feel like the beats kind of just fit in well with this song. About the octave that you just heard towards the end, I mean, pop musical artists, they usually like to alternate towards the end with like the pitches and everything. I did find an octave there. The main climax is still, where you go, I cannot follow. I think that's all I have to say right here. I've answered the question of, is this a good melody? And yes, it is a good melody. I mean, I may not have pointed out every single little intricate detail, but you don't have to say everything when you're doing a melody analysis. Just pick out the most important things, what stands out to you. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. This is my melody analysis of Stop Sign by Ben the Boss Bateman. I really hope you and everybody else will have a really great rest of your fall break, or whatever it is. I'm on fall break. Goodbye, guys. Have a great day.